Chislett's playing only his second game, and of course in goal, Bruce Vuma. Any action, official action, since the 3rd of May, when they last had a league derby between these two teams. You'll remember he was dropped after that. Brandon Peterson came back for the Nedbank Cup final. That was the last time these two teams met, on the 10th of May in Durban. Chiefs winning that one, ending 5 successive victories for the Buccaneers. What do you make of the Chiefs' changes, William?
It's a little unfortunate because Peterson should have been a very key factor in seeing Chiefs being able to maybe possibly win this game. But so much has been said about Avuma coming in. I think he can still produce the match just like Peterson did in that cup, a final in the Nedbank Cup. So it's up to the motivation that he's had, obviously, from the rest of the team and the players. It's important that he gets this early touch just to help settle his nerves.
The ball back to Vuma, who delivers it over the head of Lilepo. Hotto's playing at left back again today for Orlando Pirates. Does have the occasional game these days a little further forward on the left-hand side, but seems to be settled into that position. And a first early challenge. That's Moremi going up alongside Ngcobo and coming out on the wrong end, obviously.
A little bit of an outstretched hand from Ngcobo, which might have ended up into the face of Moremi.
Clearance away by McCarthy for his first derby, playing at left back. Gets the nod ahead of cross. Here's Mofokeng. He's going to try a shot. Gets a bit of a deflection. And Vuma let that go through. It's gone for a corner.
Trying to work it out. I think Modi was the player that actually was waiting for the ball to come to him and easily anticipated. Good work. I'm not sure if he knew much about it, Miguel. Just as well at the end, he had his hands tight into his waist.
So first set piece of the derby will be taken by Mofokeng. Pirates already with plenty of taller players, Sabisi and Mbata in there. Here it comes, Mofokeng curling it towards the near post, and the clearance will offer them the chance for a quick throw-in. Now Hotto with a left foot will deliver. Disappointing ball from him. It's easily cleared by Lebogang Maboe. They've changed the right back, Orlando Pirates, for today. Van Rooyen perhaps not as impressive as we've seen previously in that game against Kaizer. Didn't make as much traction up and down as maybe Pirates were hoping for. Sibele, a big factor in the early part of the season, then of course had knee surgery. Now back to full fitness. He offers not only, well, I suppose William, he offers perhaps a bit more on the front foot than defensively. That's something that Chiefs might look to exploit. Is he a natural fullback? Now, Batuma. Apollos. There was just a little touch in there from Ngcobo. Mofokeng. By the way, this pitch surface here at Soccer City, absolutely gorgeous. Perfect for football. This is the standard we saw during the World Cup. Gavin Hunt, whose Stellenbosch team won here on Tuesday, was full of praise yesterday when talking about the derby and how good the pitch is. And it looks as if both of these sides are looking to exploit that excellent surface. Good block from McCarthy, and we'll have a second corner now for the Buccaneers. Early impetus coming from the visitors.
That is what you can expect from them. They play on the front foot just about every moment, and not just easy, nice, slow build-ups. Very, very quick. And when it gets to the attacking third, it gets even higher, and this is what Chiefs needs to deal with right now. Maybe settle in, just make sure that they weather these early storms of the game.
This time it's Dion Hotto who's been given the responsibility of taking the corner. Moremi, left-footed effort from him. There's a goal. It took a deflection. Orlando Pirates inside the opening 5 minutes. The Buccaneers are in the lead. Moremi will likely be accorded that goal on the basis of the fact that shot did look goal-bound, but it took a rather wicked deflection. No chance for Vuma.
Not at all. But also, even better for Moremi Pirates, that they had Moremi free. It was all strategy, it was all planned, but it takes, once again, Chiefs, too much time for any of those defenders lining to defend in the box to come out. Eventually, Ngobo does to try and come out, but only late. And Moremi having taken the shot.
I think we can safely say that shot was on target, and it's through the legs of Flavio, who gives a little bit of a deflection. The perfect start for Abdeslam Wado. Remember, Orlando Pirates equal on points with Mamelodi Sundowns at the head of the Betway Premiership. Both sides have played 17 games. Sundowns will play tomorrow against Sekhukhune. That's no easy game for them. And as things stand now, the Buccaneers looking to go 3 points clear. Not only about winning the derby today, William, it's about keeping the pressure up on Sundowns in the title race.
Very, very important, obviously, in taking all opportunities available to stay on the front foot, because it's not about just beating Chiefs. There's just so much more at stake that they can achieve should they win this game. But what is in store at Kaizer Chiefs? I'm trying to imagine how Vuma is feeling right now. Having had that long time out, you don't want to concede so early. That just dents your confidence in such a big way.
So free kick opportunity, first set piece chance of the afternoon for the home side, Kaizer Chiefs. Noble with the left foot. Easily dealt with. Mbata got the clearing touch. Mabue is back. Mabue, at one stage, of course, in his time with Mamelodi Sundowns, played as a forward. He's got 30 career goals across his period at SuperSport United, at Maritzburg, and at Sundowns. Never scored, though, against Orlando Pirates. And if there is to be an occasion, I suppose today is the day for Lebogang Mabue.
Speak about him having played as a forward. He's played as a right foot, but as a right full back. He's just played about all the positions. Yeah.
Now, Siema, he's back in the team. Chabatsani was in the lineup last Saturday. Left footer along with the right footer, but today Siema is chosen alongside Sabisi. So the live log you would have seen there, 3-point gap between Pirates and Sundowns. Sundowns at home to Sekhukhune tomorrow, 3:30 kickoff, live on your World of Champions, of course. Quinica, the Aleppo hugging that right-hand touchline. We're so used to seeing him out wide. His shooting today will be key for Amakosi, you would think. It comes off Hotto.
I want you to watch just how many times Kaizer is just going to be forced to play backwards because of just how congested is that middle, but also alongside that, the press from along the park, which I mentioned they've grown in leaps and bounds, but not just the press, an ordinary press.
Now Chislett's giving chase. Could he get in here? It's Siema who's keeping an eye both on the player charging in as well as the ball. He cleared it away. Apollos. Mofokeng, so many options with speed out wide and through the middle. Moremi on the left for the moment. Apollos and Mofokeng a little more central. They can bring Sebele up on the right. And Makau has taken a while to spot Sebele, but he's seen him now. Chance to cut inside. That's a big tackle from McCarthy. They needed a strong challenge there.
Sebele coming from the right full back position. He's bound to be the one that will stretch Kaizer. Because remember, there is a wide player alongside McCarthy, but if you bring Sebele although as an additional attacking player, it means now the defense is further stretched. And McCarthy will have a big problem trying to leave his men now, the timing to leave his men to see if he can still get to Sebele in time. It's a good boy by the Pirates.
Well, it's a side, of course, the Buccaneers with incredible options. Arguably the best ever buying spree by any club ahead of a new season that they pulled off before this campaign started. It's towards the back post. Gomez missed it. And that was almost an own goal. I'm not sure Ignacio Miguel knew much about that. He expected his goalkeeper to come out.
Exactly. With the goalkeeper flashing in front of him, he had no chance to be able to redirect his header. That could easily have trickled into the back of the net.
Chiefs have got the jitters at the moment. Here's the corner. Referee's in the way. Clearance was a good one from Miguel, more than making up for that earlier potential indiscretion. Well, Sipo Chain gets a touch of the ball in these early stages.
Explaining just how much Orlando Pirates has been on the ball. Chiefs has hardly visited their attacking phase.
Another good ball from Mbata and the pace of Hotto. Bruma's done well. That'll boost his confidence a little bit. Coming out quickly, reading the situation, and clearing it. Hotto, we know how quick he is.
See movements coming from the fullbacks. Earlier on, the delivery was from Sibelebele. And now it was Hotto who comes from nowhere and pushes himself into an attacking phase.
Whistle sounded. I don't think Flavio's heard it. Now he has. Welcome to the derby, Ethan Chislett. This is only his second game for Kaizer Chiefs. Debut on Tuesday. Obviously lacking a little bit in the way of match fitness. He's certainly will be tested today because the intensity in these derbies just that little bit more than you have week to week. Quinica. Header away from Sibelebele. Big one again from Apollos. Roofing it forward. Just relying on the pace here. Look at Moremi. Pressure on Quinica. Nobo. Maboe taken away by Mbata. The Buccaneers dominating.
The press I'm talking about happening just about in all the departments. High, in the middle, and right at the back. That's why Chiefs players have got to be very quick when they pick up the ball from their defense to 10, or even be aware what's happening behind them.
We've also seen William in these early stages, 2 now long passes forward, hoping that a speedy player can get onto that. They're looking perhaps with this long ball to find someone with pace, get the ball behind the Chiefs defense and then outstrip them and set up an opportunity. Mofokeng turns. Quinica gets the all-important touch. Tule Mode ahead of Ashley Dupree in the lineup today. And look at Coach Wadu. He's fired up. Full of praise there for Sibelebele's challenge. Can't be anything nicer, I don't think, than the coach giving you that kind of encouragement from so close. Quinica. Zita Quinica, of course, at the beginning of the season, couldn't get a place in the starting lineup at the back. And now very much the first choice amongst the centre-backs. Taken away by Flavio Silva. Is there a quick response here from Chiefs? There's Chislett. It just got away from him. The pass from Mortimer, perhaps a bit strong. Suddenly a little window of opportunity there. Chiefs just reminding Pirates they're not here to be rolled over. They're going to also have their chances. McCarthy, Mordi.
You want to see a bit more of a forward movement from Mori when he gets the ball, but he just drops his shoulder as if he's going to go and then he turns around. For me, he's got to be a bit more offensive.
Now Chislett with Mordi runs straight at Sibelebele. Referee says take that throw in again, but take it at the right place. Eugene Mdluli in charge today. This is his third derby. He's 2 previous derbies. Pirates won 3-0 in an MTN8 semi-final back in 2019. And he did the derby, the last league meeting between these two teams, when Vuma last played for Chiefs, which Chiefs led, and of course Pirates came back with a winner from Mofokeng. Batuma is onside. Good covering at the back from Monyane, up against his old teammates, of course. Mofokeng, Polis on the edge of the area. Polis again. Mofokeng, they're toying here with Chiefs. Offside against Batuma. The flag was up from Mr. Ngani. The pass from Mofokeng catching his teammate offside.
Once again, Chris, we can drop that ball before we look into this. Yes, clearly he was already off, but where Chiefs loses the ball, it was only build-up. And that, for me, is the biggest part of Chiefs' problems today, is they can't afford to be losing balls where they can't recover. But it is normal for the defense to be a bit loose after being on the build-up. That is where Pirates are strongest, because of their quick anticipation and a quick movement to get into the spaces before Chiefs recovers.
Chiefs using this left-hand side with Mordi a lot more than they have the right. Maybe they feel Sebele is worth testing. Flavio, nice touch. Mordi just muscled out by Sibisi. Makala, excuse me.
Another moment, ball stripped away from the Chiefs player because of the time they take on the ball without releasing quickest. Just about every part of the field, when Chiefs has a ball, the immediate pressure comes from the Orlando Pirates midfielders.
No advantage there, says the referee. It'll be a free kick here for Kaizer Chiefs. We've rapidly passed the first 15 minutes of this game. A little bit of cloud cover overhead as well, giving the fans some relief. It's a nice hot day here. Two sides will meet again in May, towards the end of the campaign. Their second meeting. Of course, there won't be any cup meetings this season between the two, both Chiefs and the Pirates out of the Nedbank Cup. Now, foul against Mofokeng. Well, he's still pleading his case. Kunika. Held up by Lilepo. Monyane. You wonder what extra motivation Monyane brings into today's game, having been not offered a new contract by Orlando Pirates at the end of last season. Well, that's Ngobo hitting it against his own man.
Too many back passes. Once again, just to state the point that I made earlier. But just how much pressure is in that middle, which would be forcing Chiefs to every now and then play the ball back.
And a long ball forward here for Mordi to give chase to. And once again, Sebele is coming up trumps here at right back, and the coach is out applauding him again. But restricted on that occasion, Chiefs, to the long hoof forward from Mbuma.
Yes, you have a high line from a lot of Pirates. Every now and then it makes sense to spray that ball forward, but just how much speed does Silva have to run behind the defensive line of the Pirates?
Well, same now from the Buccaneers. Here's Mofokeng, first touch a little heavy. Sliding tackle from Inacio Miguel. Mofokeng did well to get out of that one. Outside of the boot for Moremi. Batuma up front. Mordi. Oh, it's another superb challenge from Sebele. Chiefs staff don't like it. Chislett stays down, but referee's happy. Referee Mdluli has a reputation for letting the game flow, which is perhaps why they've picked him to take charge of today's game. Good sportsmanship from Pirates in the end to put that out. Chislett's back on his feet. Sebele offers him an apology.
Now, a little bit of a twist of the ankle, the right one, which couldn't have been picked. but also I think it happens as an after action of the real action. It's just the momentum that carries the defenders Belebele through.
Now the international component or flair of this derby means that today we have commentary both in Swahili and Portuguese. We've got coaches in charge of both teams from North Africa. We've got players from other African countries on the park, Guinea-Bissau, DR Congo, of course Namibia, our close neighbours. No players from Eswatini, however, William. Explain that.
Well, just recently Swaziland exported 3 to Zimbabwe. Big question, of course, is will that be really beneficial? Zimbabwe football is excellent. They're sending players all over the world. Internationally, that is. So, it's a very good league. Any player that comes to South Africa from Zimbabwe.
So here's just a reminder of that goal. Moremi fired it in. Flavio turned it the one way. Boomer went the other. And Orlando Pirates were in the lead inside 5 minutes. Dream start here in the derby. Butuma. Cut out by McCarthy.
He has to deal with Apolis. And then he has to deal with Sibidibin. Every now and then, Butuma drops a little bit more central or a little bit to the right.
Foul by Makaula on Lilepo.
We haven't even seen Lilepo making one good run like we know him. He can produce. It's that tight. They can't get the long pass to find any runner.
Well, the derby, of course, taking centre stage this weekend in the Betway Premiership. We had 2 wins last night for the Polokwane City and Stellenbosch, both picking up vital points in the battle for top 8 places. Still in play here with Flavio. And that's actually a throw in favour of Orlando Pirates. Flavio throws his boot on the ground in frustration.
I thought it deflected out from the Orlando Pirates player. That's why he's frustrated, because as he tried to slip it from behind.
That wouldn't be a yellow card offence.
Definitely. Lucky that
I think the ref just took
it. No, he wasn't watching. He was looking the other way.
I thought he just decided, let's not inflame the situation.
Definitely a bookable offence.
Now Sibisi. The Tuna set off on the run early. Here is Sibilibili on this right-hand side. Mordi tracking him. Support behind from Apollos. Bata. Shizlit gives it away, and Bata looks to fire on the left foot this time. Now there's an opportunity here for the 1-2. Moremi and Butuma. And Bata. Still in Bata. Sibisi.
I don't want to say this, but I can't seem to want to hold it back. If I may say it outright, the quality of the Orlando Pirates players in that field of play, technically, that is a lot higher than that of Chiefs. Chiefs can't hold on to the ball long. They're missing passes. The success of Orlando Pirates passes into the offensive half is a little bit higher than that of Chiefs. And that's why Chiefs gets caught every now and then on the ball, because they can't get rid of it quicker.
Modi's got a bit of space here on the left. Let's see what he can do. Straight into Sibele Bele, who just
that's what I'm talking about.
Rushes him off. Off for King. Apollos. Now a bit of space. Modi tracking back. put a good effort in there, Modi, to try and make up.
In fact, something that has improved is now Modi is dropping because McCarthy was getting caught between two men, having to spread so wide, and he was late always to try and stop CBDB. So Modi, I think, has been advised to drop a little bit more in support of McCarthy because it was a big opening here.
Orlando Pirates lead in the derby. Foul against Ignacio Miguel. All over Oswin Apollos here. Would suggest you put your knee on the opponent's shoulder. It's a foul.
But not, you know what? If there's something that did do very well, he actually twisted away, avoiding that knee landing into the back of Apollos, which maybe to some extent they felt outdone. Because actually tried by all means. Had that knee gone into the back of Apollos, Apollos will still be down there right now.
Now Hotto, little chip, looking for Mofokeng. Out comes Vuma.
Can he play it to anybody? Nobody. Everyone is hiding or too far back to create any opening for Vuma to play that ball forward.
Now Lilepo, he got the early goal the last time these two teams were in action here at Soccer City. It's the other way around today. Remember the last derby between these two sides, the Nedbank Cup final on the 10th of May, was played at Moses Mabhida Stadium in Durban.
Change the story. CBC. You've hardly seen him. That means the pressure is on the other side. He's only just providing a bit of cover. Between him and Siema, they're at peace right now.
The back heel from Ngcobo taken away. Now Mofokeng spread it wide. Is Apollos onside? The answer is yes. The flag has stayed down. Teasing his way past McCarthy. Square ball. There was a little touch in there, Ngcobo, in fact, and it snatched out of the air by Vuma. No way to go. Now McCarthy. Ngcobo, of course, with the left foot. Touch on from McCarthy.
Can't build up. Powers are just too sharp. Anticipation speed, reaction speed. They're ahead.
Well, it might be after today that we've got a clear fight between, or let's put it this way, it might be after the weekend, depending on how Sekhukhune do against Sundowns. It could be that we'll have a clear fight between the two clubs. If Sundowns win tomorrow and if Chiefs can hold, Pirates can hold on to the lead here. Long way to go, though. Maybe something worth discussing Sunday night when all the football's done.
But right now, I'm sure what we can say is Chiefs cannot afford to concede a second goal. At least as long as it stays like this, there's always a chance later on that they can steal a goal or maybe come up with a point.
Good turn from Chislett. Looking to get Flavio Silva going. Siema is the defender. That's against Flavio, so that should be a Pirates throw-in. Siema is another one. William playing a first derby as young centre-back joining from TS Galaxies, made such an impression from the start of this season. If you look at last year's Nedbank Cup final, 4 players in the lineup today featured for Chiefs in their winning side. Kwanika, Ignacio Miguel at the back, Modi played, and Lilepo played. Just 4 survivors. 6 survivors from the losing Pirates side include Super Chain rather, Hotto, Sidisi, Mbata, Makaula and Mofokeng. It shows you how quickly things change. And McCarthy pushing forward. Looking to get the long throw in there.
Set pieces, of course, one other very important way to create a scoring chance. If
early ball from McCarthy, no challenge there on the Pirates keeper. And now Makaula, the oldest man on the park, steaming forward, setting the example. Moremi almost steals that back. Leaving Chislett on the ground again. He's really been in the walls. A little tug there from Mofokeng, who's going to get a yellow card.
The demands of the number 10 position. You got to chase back. You got to be able to be close to where the action is, particularly when there's a loss of ball possession in that sense.
Maybe a bit of an experience there as well from Mofokeng. Tug it, let it go, because you have stalled him a little bit. You don't need to use it as a parachute. Might want to tell him that, William. The dark arts.
Let go at the right time.
Hope the ref might have missed it. Chislett will take the free kick. Chiefs get numbers forward. Looking for a flick on. McCarthy's shot. Kunika. Header in from Lilepo. There's Modi beaten in the air by Siema.
Allowing the ball to bounce on Modi. Giving the defender a chance to come from so far.
Free kick is in favour of Kaizer Chiefs. The initial challenge by Sibelibele. Boy was the victim. Fabio Silva is lucky the whistle had gone already. We've got 3 other games later tonight. Golden Arrows hosting Chip United at 6 o'clock. Siwalele against TS Galaxy in Bloemfontein, 6 o'clock. Orbit College at 8:15. Chaine, what's he done there? Saved by Hotto. That's a rare mistake.
Indeed. Lack of anticipation from the Kaizer Chiefs players. That ball coming out of China's hands. Great opportunity. A tap in could have been easy.
Mbata. Now Quinica. Well, there was a touch of good fortune about Orlando Pirates' goal, so Kaizer Chiefs could do with a little bit of luck as well. Well, have fallen their way here. This was the in-swinging ball, and for Sipo Chain, that's unusual.
Very difficult one because it's dropping right in front of you, and you want to get there before it bounces off because you don't know how it's going to react once the bounce comes.
Remember, Orlando Pirates have the best defense in the Betway Premiership. 7 goals conceded in 17 matches. Sundowns on 8 in 17. Kaizer Chiefs now with 9. This is their, after 16, this is their 17th of the season. Pirates, of course, playing their 18th game of the campaign at the moment. Here's Moremi turning the defender, streaking past. Wow. He made that look so easy.
No immediate cover. Once he turns there, Miguel obviously has got a man. He's worried about Mbutuma, so it's difficult for him to let go, and eventually does, which I think was good enough to deflect the ball from coming straight to Mbutuma.
So another corner for Orlando Pirates. 5-0 now is the corner count between these two sides. Also reflective of how this game has gone.
How's Chiefs' position? Should that ball just spread a little bit back? Like the first goal that they conceded, there was no immediate cover. I think Chislett will do the trick right now.
The kind of position you want Mbata in, just hanging on the edge of the area. With his penchant for shooting from outside the area. Apollos to take it this time, playing it short to Mofokeng. Here's Apollos again, early ball inside.
Throw them out. Hold it as long as you can so that defense line can move high, so that there'll be a chance for a long pass.
Ten minutes to the break here in the derby. Both sides, of course, now fully focused on their league position. Hoping to end in the top three, of course, earn themselves a place in African club competition in the next campaign. Top two teams in the Betway Premiership go to the Champions League. The third placed finisher to the Confeds Cup. Mordi was caught there by Mbata. Might be lucky to escape with a yellow. Mr. Ndluli having a word here. He's come across to Mbata. That's surely a last warning.
If I were Mbata, I'll just keep quiet. Because that bordered so much around the Pukul offense.
Now Chislett. Mordi. Return ball for Chislett. Beaten for pace by Siema. Once again looking for the long throw from Aidan McCarthy. My boy battling away with Makaula. The foul goes in favor of Orlando Pirates, much to the disgust of Chiefs and their fans.
They're not having the rub of the green.
No.
That didn't look like much to me.
I can understand his frustration. 31-year-old now, Lebogang Moboe. Chance this season to resurrect what has been a very good career. Stymied a little bit by injury, particularly in latter years at Mamelodi Sundowns. Poor clearance. Konika is still recovering from the shock of being skinned so easily by Moremi. Flavio Silva nods it infield. Lebogang Moboe battling away. Oh, excellent stuff from Sibeli Bele. And Apollos looking for the second. He's got it. Leg stays down. The Buccaneers double the lead.
I can tell you, Gleason, I don't know if you say we're lucky there's no VAR, or whether it's unlucky there's no VAR, but I think
it was offside. I think I might agree with your suspicion there.
Mugadi, I think, was a little bit behind the action that he couldn't quite pick up. I'm just saying that was my first observation, but obviously we'll have all the time in the world to be able to dissect it. I caught it wrong, but this is what happens when you get given an opportunity like that. You make use of it. That's the difference with what Apollos did there. Quality, very composed in front of goal.
Now have a look. Is he behind? There's the ball through. No, he looks onside. He's put onside by McCarthy.
Possibly, yes. Yes.
Tight call. Excellent finish from Oswin Apollos.
Quality. Top quality. Looks at the goalkeeper. He picks the spot. It's cadence down.
2-0 now. Orlando Pirates firmly in command. They come into this game having had a long unbeaten streak ended by Mamelodi Sundowns in the league some 10 days ago, and then of course knocked out of the cup by second-tier opponents, Kaizer Stars. They have bounced back with some aplomb here in the first half. 2-0, the Buccaneers lead. Moremi and Apollos. Chislett now for Chiefs with Mordi.
It is in such a situation that you start thinking to yourself, what are the chances that Chiefs can bounce back? With the lack of chances created, I don't see it.
There's been that one opportunity, half chance, where Sipho Chain didn't collect comfortably. Now, maybe an opportunity. Ball inside from Lilepo, and it was Makaula who got there first. Flavio Silva is brought down. No, penalty, says Mgadi. Excuse me, referee Ndluli. Play on. Forward by Mofokeng to Apollos. Mofokeng again. Now Makaula. Not enough power there to test Vuma. What did you think about the challenge? Let's see.
I was looking at the referee's reaction. I thought he was actually picking up his hand to point.
Let's have another look. Makaula, did he get a touch just before, or was it Dion Hotto? Did he catch Flavio Silva? Should that have been a penalty or not? That's going to be a big debate, I think. Potential opportunity for Chiefs to get back into the game, not given by referee Eugene Ndluli.
Others will say could have been a soft penalty, but the referee will tell you there is no soft penalty. It's either a penalty or not. There was some form of contact. He had gotten the ball away, and then just how much contact was there to bring him down is the big question for me.
Three minutes to half-time. Chislett for Kaizer Chiefs with Ngobo.
That's another steal.
Batuma. Look at Moremi on the charge. He's only got Quinika to beat. Moremi, not for the first time in the last 7 days, a little bit poor with the shooting. He has got a goal to his name already in this match. But as we saw against Kaizer Stars, every now and then a little bit of a wild effort that comes at the end of some incredible speed. Well, what's the answer for Kaizer Chiefs? It's close to halftime now, where they can make some changes, and both in personnel and strategy. What would they be thinking, William? What can they do? Is there anything they can do?
There's always something that can be done, Christian. Obviously, looking into the bench to see who can come in. There's Serino. There's Dua. There's Dupree. And that is I'm talking offensively now, because for me, if you're looking to change or transform this game in your favor, you got to look at just how you're going to go about into the attack. For me.
What about Thabo Pele in the midfield? Just I know he's not 100% match fit. He's only coming back from injury, but maybe a player just to get a foot on the ball and dictate the pace a little bit, or try and dictate it. A minute to the end of the 45, and we hear from touch side an extra 2 to be added on. They're enjoying themselves out there, Orlando Pirates.
2-0 is a good margin to go into the half leading with.
Makaula. Butuma giving chase. Flags up for offside. That wouldn't have counted. Well, we don't want to preempt anything, William, but if you go back to 1970, there were 10 goals in the derby. Chiefs 4, Pirates 6. Pirates 3, Chiefs 7. Those were the days for entertainment. Although, to be fair to these modern players, they are turning it on for this big crowd here at Soccer City. I'm not too sure there are many Chiefs fans enjoying what they're seeing at the moment.
Be reminded in 1992 as well. Orlando Pirates were 2-0 in the lead in that Coca-Cola quarterfinal. And Chiefs bounced back in the second half to take it into extra time.
I think the biggest lopsided margin we've had in the last 3 decades. 1990, remember Jerry Scosana scored a hat-trick. 5-1 Pirates won on that occasion. Now Siema, chance for Chiefs, taking possession away, my boy. Novo. Munyani, Modi, Chislett. Cuts inside, looks to get the early ball in, but Sibisi deals with it comfortably. Butuma, here's Mofokeng. Butuma, and now the pace of Moremi. They come out of the starting blocks like they're running the Olympic relay. Missed at the back by McCarthy. He's lucky Apollos.
Best touch.
Yeah,
lets him down.
Wasn't aware of the potential there. But how quickly they move upfield here, Orlando Pirates.
And all these movements, quick movement, comes from the Chiefs' loss of ball possession, which is my biggest fear. As long as they keep giving that ball away in those type of positions, it's very difficult to recover and defend that well.
Half-time whistle's gone, so there'll be plenty of talk, you would think, in the Kaizer Chiefs change room in particular. It'll be interesting to see what possible changes are in the offing for the second half. If you're Orlando Pirates, William, I presume you change nothing.
It's all working according to plan. If anything, as a coach, you're trying to emphasize to keep going, but even more, maybe see important parts of the game whereby you can actually increase the tempo. Because right now, Chiefs are all the way down there. All you need to do is just keep bearing them over.
Osman Apollos with the second goal. Tsepang Moremi got the opener within 5 minutes of the start of this game. And Orlando Pirates walking off the field with a spring in their step, and understandably so too. They lead here by 2-0. Second half is underway. Orlando Pirates in the black against Kaizer Chiefs in the gold colours. It is the Buccaneers comfortably ahead by 2-0, looking to extend that scoreline and extend their dominance. First half certainly was all Orlando Pirates. Otto at the back along with Sibisi. No change, by the way, in the lineup for Orlando Pirates. No surprise there. Veli Bai on for the first time since a little cameo appearance against Marumo Gallants at the end of January. He's started 3 games and now come on in 2 league outings for Chiefs, and looks to make an immediate impact. That's a lovely ball. Still in play with Munyani. It's Hotto. Wow, that's a promising start, and Veli Bai making immediate impact. Stere. No advantage, gets the free kick. Well, they need to make an early impact here, Kaizer Chiefs. Pull a goal back and set up themselves in terms of confidence and the ability to fight back into this game. The sooner the better for them. And Very Bai set up this great chance for Flavio.
Oh, it's quality. It's one of those very difficult balls that was played just in between the goalkeeper and the defenders. That's where you say that you've been able to force the defense to turn. Very difficult ball to defend.
Lebogang Maboy delivers. Mbata with a big clearance. Now the chase is on in terms of pace. Very Bai and Moremi. And Moremi is penalised.
What is impressive about Mzuli is he's making these decisions on his own. When you look at the assistants on both sides, no flags up. And yet it's happening right closest. The earlier foul here, there was no flag from the assistant. And again in that far side.
There's Flavio Silva. Lelepo out wide. Munyani is almost in a centre forward position. Lelepo gets it across. Sipo Chain looks a lot more comfortable on that occasion. Now suddenly there's a buzz from the Chiefs fans.
Very, very important. I mean, changes have been made, and it's like the talk went well in that dressing room. It was heated by the players.
Moremi. Polish at the back post. There was a good interception from Quinica. Mbata, Mofokeng. Still Mofokeng. Mofokeng shot, hits Quinica.
Don't want to allow him to turn into his stronger foot.
There's Apollos with Hotto. Bata. Sibele forward. Is he going to try a shot? Again, the block from Kaizer Chiefs. And now Sibele eventually gets the yellow. That's about the fourth or fifth foul on Chislett in this game. He's roughed him up solidly from minute one. The next game for Orlando Pirates is a trip to Limpopo in midweek, away against Polokwane City. Kaizer Chiefs will be going to Richards Bay on Tuesday. Well, the dark clouds overhead, William. It's a lovely summer's day on the Highveld. That always means a good 5 o'clock shower.
Who knows?
The rain going to come.
Who knows? Maybe a little before the end of the game, which can change the game completely.
So 2 goals in this game. The first coming on 5 minutes from Moremi. Big deflection of Flavio Silva. And the second goal in the 39th minute, he was just onside Oswin Apollos. Certainly from the naked eye. Turned it in on that left-hand side. Now, it does look like there might be some serious problems here for the keeper. Or maybe just a change of footwear. And the Pirates goalkeeper, Sipo Chain, still receiving treatment. And the magic spray going on the legs of Mbata there as well. Is it a change of footwear for the goalkeeper? Sibele chosen at right back today instead of Dino van Rooyen. Good performance he's put in as well. He's done so well that they've taken Pule Mori off on the left-hand side, Kaizer Chiefs. Back to full fitness, back from injury, and back to becoming a vital part of the Orlando Pirates lineup. So that's more about a boot change for Sipo Chain than it is for an injury. Glum faces there in the Chiefs camp, William.
They have every reason to be concerned. That is not the type of reaction that we want to see from the Chiefs, that was viewed as with an opportunity to really put forward a great campaign into the end of the season.
This lengthy delay just takes a little bit of that early momentum away from Chiefs as well.
It's almost as if it was planned to say, oh, should I come up this way? It will depend on you, China, to say slow the game down a bit and see if you can take the oomph that they started with.
It really is a lengthy one too.
Jerome in the house as well, alongside
Bafana coach, match commissioner today. The flag there of the linesman really fluttering. You can see on the jerseys of the players as well, and now the droplets on our cameras. So a good old Highveld storm, afternoon storm awaits us. Those who can have got little hoodies on. Flick on by Batuma. Was that a handball though? There's a foul initially. So this will be a free kick for Orlando Pirates, a chance to get that ball into the danger zone. There's a little elbow leading there from Kwanika on the back of Malloy's head. Four goals, William Shongwe, is the biggest winning margin in a derby match, achieved twice by Chiefs in 1972 and 1975, and once by Pirates in 1990, that famous Jerry Sposana hat-trick game. You weren't involved in it. I think you'd left by 1990.
Brian was in goal. But we also got a dumping in 1992, 5-1. In this very stadium, yes. That one, I guess your records missed it.
No. Your memory's gone. Now, free kick here.
Okay, I'll tell you. Wait to please start. And then he gets injured. Okay, really do 2-0. And he gets injured. Bashim hits a powerful one into his face. I come in.
In 1992.
92.
Now, chance here, third goal. What a free kick. What a finish, flags up, won't count. Linesman Gadi says no goal. Wow. There was some curling ball in there from Mbata.
That's why I would like to see this.
Yeah, that's a very good call. Just off.
Just off. Wow. There, I would have been beaten, Marcus, because I thought that was a genuine goal. Butuma, was in Mbata.
But you could see the anguish on his face when he realized he wasn't going to add his name to the list of derby goal scorers down the years. Might still have plenty of chance. Monyani now, away from Sabisi. It's all a little bit windy out there now. Rain's beginning to fall.
These are the times when we used to struggle, Marcus, and when it starts raining like that, then you've got all the ale from the PAM, and then it drops into your eyes and you can't see nothing. It used to be very difficult.
Well, there's some lightning not far away from here. Chiefs fans will be hoping that that might lead to a little bit of a delay or perhaps a postponement. Maybe even come back next week and start all over again. But can Mother Nature play her part today?
But worse off, some Chiefs fans have decided this one is not going anywhere. Look at the stands on our right-hand side. It's clearing.
You can see it stands empty, but I think that's the rain, William, not Chiefs fans deserting.
It's a bit of both.
No, you're being too harsh on the Chiefs fans. That is the rain. If our camera lifts up a little bit, you can see the concourse at the back is absolutely packed. People taking shelter from the wet.
Well, I'll have to look at that a little bit more to be convinced.
Tere, high ball. Butuma clears. Here's a chance. Chislett. Save by Sipho Chain.
Straight to him. He didn't need to dive even.
He's hurt again. That looks a little bit serious. Here comes the clearing header. Chislett with time. And you get a bit more power on that effort.
You know,
a bit more of a curl.
In fact, in that midweek game against Stellis, he got one beautifully and he killed it. And where Seth Stevens had to provide or come up with a brilliant save to stop it. This one didn't happen at all.
The rain is coming down heavily now. No, Sipho Chain is okay. We continue. Play on, says the referee. This is Makaula. Finds the opportunity here for Moremi, and he was blocked. I have a feeling he might have been offside when that ball was initially played, but play continues here. Velibai, Siema kicks it against him. It's bouncing around in that area. Flavio Silva. Away by Sibisi. Now Butuma.
Isolated.
Mbata's struggling at the moment. And Moremi as well. You could see a change in the offing from Orlando Pirates. Moremi feeling that there was an elbow. This is Siema down as well, back in the penalty area. Well, Moremi's ready to continue. It's been a bit of a stop-start second half here, despite the fact we're almost 15 minutes into the second half with another 30 minutes remaining. Vintamjela to come on in place of Mbata. Just checking on the shoulder there of Siema. Bruce Vuma at the age of 30, still very much second choice at Kaizer Chiefs. He's had 76 starts in 10 seasons at the club. That's an average of just over 7.5 games per season. Just never really been able to settle down. Last season was going to be his campaign. You'll remember he played the majority of the games. Brandon Peterson was his deputy, along with Ntwari. But he was dropped just before the Nedbank Cup final after the derby. The last league derby between these two sides, which was won by Orlando Pirates.
Are you referring to the Nedbank?
No, the last league derby. He was dropped after the league derby, and
okay.
Peterson went into the Nedbank Cup final. Struggling a bit with the facts today, William.
Certain lines sometimes. Key lines.
Siema. Miguel just bumping Butuma off the ball. So Pirates are going to make their first change now. Mtamjela on for Talente Mbata. who's just come back from injury. He looks to be in a bit of trouble as he comes off. Now here's Hotto. Dele, he's been brought on to try and just give the Chiefs a little more muscle in that middle where they were swamped in the first half. Flavio Silva. Hotto takes it away, and they'll get the free kick as well. Still a little bit all too easy for Orlando Pirates, although the second half has got none of the pace and speed of the first 45 minutes. That is the winner today of 50 grand because of the derby. There's extra money for our best dressed supporter. His name is Tikitseni Bata. I wonder if he's related to the Pirates man who's just gone off.
It looks like 50,000.
Not sure. I'd want 50,000 to be in that sweaty outfit. It must be hot under there on a day like this. Good effort and duly rewarded. As we've seen throughout the season, well-dressed supporters are filling their bank accounts and just adding some colour to the Betway Premiership. Pele, excuse me, my boy. This is Quinica pushing forward. Munyane pushing forward again at right back, where perhaps he was caught a little earlier for that Apollos goal. They've got to throw as much forward now as they can, Kaizer Chiefs. Sabisi clears to Makala, taken away by my boy. Now Apollos. Here come Pirates with their pace. Well, he had several options, Apollos, left and right. Chislett's also been muscled out. He's done well to win that ball. Put Flavio Silva away. And play on, says the referee. Ball from Hotto in search of Butuma.
Now with a little bit of wet grass, that ball is starting to skid a little bit further easily away from the chasing player.
Now, Dele.
Solid in that middle. Paris continues to make it very hard for Chiefs to make progress into the attacking phase.
Kaizer Chiefs are warming up Ashley Dupree as their next change. Here's Mofokeng in the meantime, and good steal on that occasion from Monyani. Now Flavio Silva up against Sabisi. It's a good test for Sabisi. He's got the national team coach watching. Well, it's just not going Chiefs' way. There's a classic example. Hotto bangs this in search of Apollos. Doesn't find his man.
Point made. Sabisi goes down. Silva has an opportunity to pick up that ball and go straight towards goal. And he gives it away. He loses it. I mean, that just summarizes the whole afternoon for him.
Now Vuma under a bit of pressure. So is Konika with Moremi. Vuma. Yep, Pirates have won it. Off Dion Hotto. Mtajela. Apollos easily past McCarthy. Apollos was looking for the 1-2. Now Chislett driving forward with support from Lilepo. Pele. Now the whistle goes. Really by with the steal, but illegal. We'll have a change. Kaizer Chiefs taking off Chislett and bringing on Ashley Dupree. Chislett obviously still needs a bit more fitness.
Indeed.
He'll get some response from the crowd here. And he looks a rather frustrated figure.
It's a game that needs so badly is Dupree. After a big miss of the week, or should I say midweek, this is the type of game that can help bring his confidence back.
Player down for Orlando Pirates. Kaizer Chiefs are going to push forward with McCarthy. And it's immediately given away to Siema. Gets a second bite of the cherry. Mtajel has put this into Dupree's path. What a good bit of cover defending from Sibisi. Risky with the boot up high. But he did it well.
At least he made contact with the ball. Sometimes that's the difference between a ref giving a foul against you and not. It's when you made an attempt like that and you get the ball considered fair.
Butuma is going to be taken off. There's the man to replace him. Evidence Mahopa has scored in the derby, of course. Not once, but 3 times. Been out with injury. The crowd the Pirates fans have been looking forward to his return. And it's about to happen with some 22 minutes remaining. Big roar for Evidence Mahopa.
More trouble for Kaizer Chiefs defense. He's still fresh. He will be chasing for lost causes, making a menace of himself.
He got the equalizer the last time these two teams met here at Soccer City. Bruce Wuma's got the opportunity over the next couple of weeks with the absence of Brandon Peterson to bed down a regular place. Those sort of balls out of play are not going to strengthen his cause. There is the Rwandese international and Twadi next in line. We presume that Peterson will be off for maybe a month or so before he's able to come back. Here's Hotto. Moremi. Sibili under a bit of pressure from Dupree. Finds Apollos. Good first touch. Back inside now. Bofokeng pushed away by Buma and cleared by Chiefs. Siema wins the battle in the air.
Very key touch by Buma. I hope I was lacking on the far side.
Another interception. This time Makaula finds Oswin Apollos. Into Mofokeng. Now Moremi. Tight angle. Good save, Buma. It's certainly setting up the chances. Orlando Pirates still winning the majority of the possession. It's been a quiet day for the likes of Lilepo and Flavio Silva, 2 big foreigners signed to try and help their cause. So, under 20 minutes to go. Can Chiefs get themselves back in this game. Is it going to be a stroll in the park for Orlando Pirates?
As it is a stroll. There's a lot. Listen, I think I mentioned a few things in that first half. You have to look back a week ago in the Munich games. Mamelodi Sundowns in all times. It's high quality football. Tactically, technically, there was just so much that was brilliant.
Sibele gets past his marker. He might still have another chance here. Good sliding tackle from McCarthy.
So the point I'm trying to make is, for me, from that game, I got scared of how Chiefs are going to fare against Orlando Pirates. And this is basically my fear, is what I picked up in that game, that there were just two teams that played quality football, Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates. But football being what it is.
Monyane drives. More in hope than anything else. Played 5 derbies in the colours of Orlando Pirates, the 25-year-old. Making his 10th start of the season. There's Cedric Kazi and his co-coach Khalid Ben Yusuf. I wonder if a performance like this today for Chiefs might be the catalyst for some serious decision-making about coaching changes for Kaizer Chiefs come the new season.
So you see, Apoli is like, listen, he's dropped his wide attacking position. He's playing more like the number 10. And alongside, so they've got 2 number 10s because Mofokeng is also in that mix. So that's what is helping them to dominate. They've left the wide areas for the fullbacks. Otto was excellent. So is Sibele. So there's just a lot going for Orlando Pirates when you look at the tactical structure of the team offensively.
Well, in the recent derbies, William, when Pirates score first, they've won 13 times, drawn 4, and lost none of the last 17 where they've scored first. So the chances of a Kaizer Chiefs fight back statistically are a little on the low side, but Veli Bai could maybe do something. Once again, teasing his way down that left-hand side. He's been the brightest player on the pitch, and he's only been here, from a Chiefs perspective, I should say, he's only been on the park since the start of the second half.
But what he could have done better there is at least lift his eyes to see what's happening in the box. Maybe a cut back would have been a better option.
By the way, no shots for Chiefs in the first half. That's the first time in any league game since August 2023 against Sundowns. Maybe a bit of cramp now for McCarthy.
Oh, he's been made to run. I mentioned that they doubled up on him. Fullback plus Moremi. He really worked hard in that first half.
Don't forget, 6 o'clock tonight. There's more action from the Betway Premiership, both live on your World of Champions, also streaming. And tomorrow we'll be looking forward to Mamelodi Sundowns against Sekhukhune United. Dwight York in the house, former Manchester United goal-scoring ace. Up to recently the manager of Trinidad and Tobago, but they failed to qualify for the World Cup, so he is now unemployed. Chiefs could do with his finishing ability. I suppose both sides could. Now Moremi. There's Hotto. Makope in the middle. Good interception there to deny the big Pirates centre forward, made by Inacio Miguel, who might have hurt himself in the process. That is cramp for Inacio Miguel. He's just banging that calf muscle to try and get it stopped.
Listen, this was a key interception and a clearance in the process, because once again, Mahopa was lacking. He knows, he understands the moment to attack that box, and that definitely for me was another opportunity for a dead. Obviously, that stretch to defend came with a very high cost.
Now, yellow card here is taken away from McCowler. Didn't see the original yellow given to him, but referee Mbuli decided to expunge that. Solomon Kalu's in the house as well. You're missing a good game, sir.
He obviously was a part of the radio interview. Chiefs has a radio station, by the way. It was out there in Southgate. And OB was set up there for a number of legendary players to come and be a part of, and Kalu came for that one as well.
I presume you were on there as well, William.
Mark Williams also was there.
Now Moremi to the middle! Number 3, Mahopa! They're running away with it, the Buccaneers. An emphatic scoreline now. 3 goals to the good. And once again, Evidence Mahopa knows his way to goal against Kaizer Chiefs. Lovely cross, Moremi, simply done by Mahopa.
In between the defender and the goalkeeper. Attacks that near post. Like I said, he knows when to get into that box. He can sniff the goal. Vuma couldn't do much about it. His starting position was a bit late. There needed to be a defender closest to him. He's a player in the box. You have much space there. That defense is falling apart. Listen, from conceding 5 in how many games and now to the number that we can see on that board tells the story that it's a defense that has fallen apart.
It's a Buccaneer party. Orlando Pirates firmly in command. And with time to add more, we might add. They've got just over 10 minutes remaining.
Plus additional time.
It's a pretty emphatic scoreline. You've got to go back to October 2020. Pirates won 3-0 against Chiefs. Last time it was this emphatic. Might be a chance for Chiefs to pull one back. That will change now with 10 minutes to go. Wandile Duba up front. And Inacio Miguel at the back. Obviously, that calf muscle cross should go to the left-hand side, and McCarthy will slot into the middle. And Duba up front, obviously, to try and help their cause.
Correct.
Now there's Silva, the other man off. Siema with the clearance.
Bridge too far now for Kaizer, considering the time remaining as well. And the fact that they were very flat, maybe a little bit in the second half. But I think if you look at the overall game, chances created, few and far in between.
Well, the last time, yes, the clearing header from Siema, the last time it was 3-0 was on October the 31st, 2020. It was an MTN8 semi-final first leg. Sakele Lepasa, Vincent Pule, and Temi Kosi Lorch. Empty stadium because of the pandemic, of course. And Pirates won the second leg 2-0 for a 5-0 aggregate triumph. Now here's a chance for number 4, Makopa. It's still bobbing around there. Crowd attendance, we've been told, is 87,436. Well done to everyone who made their way today. Of course, there were thousands more who were looking for tickets. And Shonga's phone was red hot this morning with
Imagine on the day of the game, throughout the week, basically, I was telling people off to say, hey, easy now. I'm done. I'm finished.
Is there going to be a consolation? Here's Bradley Cross. Sibele takes it away from him. He's just come on. Cross. Sibele has been playing for 82 minutes. Yet turns out to be the stronger. And there's a shot really in vain from so far out from Mabowe. But what else can he do?
Very blunt up front. For me, it's, this is one game that honestly I'm sure everybody looking at it from a Kaizer's point is a game that they should forget very quickly. I've seen Kaizer play better than this offensively, that he's creating better moments from which they could score from. But today, they just didn't bring the scoring boots. Later in the scoring boots, the creative nature that you expect from what we have seen before.
Pirates looking to make 2 changes. Maswangangi standing by. And Dino van Rooyen as well. Both dropped from the defeat at the hands of Kaizer Stars in the Cup last Saturday. For those wondering, Sipho Mbule, big fan favourite, not in the match day squad for the Buccaneers. No Vilakazi and Shabalala for Chiefs either. Goal kick is going to be.
He's been brilliant.
He's a strong candidate for man of the match, this man, Sibele. So Van Rooyen will likely come on for Sibele. He deserves a big round of applause. And Maswangangi, well, it looks as if Maswangangi is taking the place of Moremi. And is it Apollos who's going off, not Sibele? So Sibele has been pushed forward. Van Rooyen will go into the right back slot.
Well, listen, I've done so much work. I'm so impressed with myself. How I've upgraded you that you don't only commentate, you can see the tactical changes, and now you say them with so much pride.
I owe you a large debt of gratitude, William. Check is in the mail. It's Sipho Chain forward. Lilepo, what a quiet day he's had. Makaula's been outstanding. Delivers, looking for Makopa. Munyani clearing. Well, given away by Lilepo. It's Bele maybe a little bit tired now. Wasn't able to jump on that opportunity. Maswangangi chasing Lilepo now. Finding a bit of pace. Two frontmen, Duba and Dupree, are still hoping for opportunity in this encounter. So what Pirates are saying this afternoon, over to you, Mamelodi Sundowns. Can they match against Sekhukhune what the Buccaneers have done this afternoon against Chiefs? Pirates will go 3 points clear at the top of the table. Sundowns will play their catch-up game tomorrow. Live coverage, of course, on your World of Champions, and that takes on just an extra air of excitement. And, of course, Pirates fans will all be fervently supporting Sekhukhune tomorrow. Sekhukhune not out of the race yet. Van Rooyen taking no chances. Kaizer Chiefs, it's a rarity, William. They've got a corner.
Yeah, like you said,
It's taken them 86 minutes to get their first corner.
If anything, it'll be a consolation, like you said earlier.
Clearance away at the near post. Disappointing set piece. And maybe here, Mofokeng, who's turning it on. There was a handball there. Referee says play on. Early ball in here. Is Sabisi going to score? How did Wuma miss that? Sabisi was caught by surprise, I think, that the ball came through to him.
I think that's exactly what happened. I mean, he's not sure whether I should go full on or maybe the goalkeeper's going to have a touch. And thereafter, reaction time was almost zero.
Well, this result might not be one that Chiefs fans were hoping for, but for the neutrals, this sets up a very, very delicious last 3 months of the title chase, with Pirates and Sundowns head-to-head now at the top of the table, battling for the championship. Shot, oh, it's a good save from Sipho Chain. Finally, a long-range effort from Lilepo. That's what Chiefs fans have been waiting for all afternoon. Here's Maswanganyi. Brown enjoyed that. Out wide, Mahopa. Dion Hotto is playing centre forward. Here's Maswanganyi. Excellent work from McCarthy. He's picked up more cramped, just limping away. Lilepo. Easily dispossessed. No, illegally dispossessed, says the referee by Makaula. Man, this guy has some engine, William.
Regardless of the injury that almost took him half of the season away. At what age?
36. Turning it on. Was there a clash of heads? Yeah. Referee says bring the medical people on. This looks serious. Sabisi is the player down. Sipho Chain looks very concerned about his captain. Mondile Duba is the other. On the temple, you could see, Sabisi looked almost knocked out as that kick was taken. Here was that earlier chance.
Holds his line beautifully.
What did the keeper do there?
Missed it. Full stretch, not enough.
It's a centre-back's contribution in the penalty area. I'm not sure Sabisi's going to be able to continue after that knock to the head. They would be wise to take him off.
It's an honest jump from the two players to clear the ball. Obviously, Duba is seeing an opportunity, and Sabisi this side is looking for maybe a flick, and then
these are some of the Chiefs players who didn't make the matchday squad. Second game for Ethan Chislett. Marcel Miguel was brought back into the lineup as well for today's encounter. We've just been told there are 6 minutes of stoppage time added on at the end of the 90, and we are into stoppage time now with this current stoppage. That's a good day to be a Chiefs fan. Now, did he make that card before he came to the game? In which case, he didn't come with much confidence, that supporter.
Kept it on the side just in case. That's not the right attitude. If you're going to come this far, please come with a bit of positivity about you.
A day of celebration, on the other hand, for Orlando Pirates, for Moremi, for Coach Wadu, for Osman Apollos, and for Evidence Mahopa, who got the third goal. The Buccaneer fans are celebrating. The Chiefs supporters firmly in their seats. Oh, that's a nice banner to remember Senzo Niua. And that's confirmation of our attendance today.
All cramped inside the pot.
Still working on Sabisi, which would indicate they think he can continue. Obviously, a bit of a patch-up job there. Must be some blood. Referee saying, let's do that off the park. You should have said that some time ago, but I suppose when there's a head injury, you've got to be a little bit careful.
Guess who's in the house?
Malema. Who does he support? I haven't. Well, there's the family. I suppose they're. Oh, there we go. Buccaneers. They're all Buccaneers.
Well, why did you even doubt?
I didn't know. That's
no. I mean, the nature of the man is aggressive.
You're getting all political again.
So, amongst the two teams, who are the more aggressive? The Pirates.
I get your point.
The Robbers.
I get your point. I'd like to divert you away, though, just to save your future career prospects. So let's move on here. There's indication there that Sabisi will be able to continue, although the stretchers come out now. Let's just remind you of the strikes. This was when the sun was still shining, the rain was away, and Flavio Silva got in the way to Moremi's shot. Then Osman Apollos, also in the first half. Easy tuck away from him.
Initially, I thought he might have been offside, but the replay proved that he was onside.
And then all too easy for Evidence Makgopa coming on as substitute and sticking away that header from Moremi. So, food for thought for Kaizer Motaung Jr., the sporting director. Big question is, what are they going to do next season about a coach? Sabisi surely can't be continuing. Duba's gone back on the field. You can see him there in the bottom of your screen. He's all wrapped up after that knock, but Pirates have got to get someone on to replace Sabisi. Sabisi isn't going to continue. Remember, both of these sides will be playing in midweek. Chiefs at Richards Bay on Tuesday. Pirates at Polokwane City on Wednesday. Again, vital games in the title race. I'm sure Chiefs, even with a setback today, will still want to consider themselves title challengers. If not, maybe go for third position in the spot in the Confederation Cup next season. Remember, 6 minutes added on, but I'm sure there's more to come, given how long that treatment for Sabisi and Duba went on. Last touch from Makgopa. Well, it's been a fun afternoon for the Buccaneers. It's been 90 minutes of torment for Kaizer Chiefs. They were behind early and never really looked in the race.
That's a summation, of course, I think that you have, which I think you're 100% correct. Like, I had my concern at the beginning of that first half, and you could see that this game was out of reach in just so many different departments. They couldn't defend in that middle. They were giving ball position away so repeatedly.
Chain drops that with Ashley Dupree lurking. Dupree is really going to have no chance for the big defenders height-wise. But when this ball drops on the ground, he's suddenly in with an opportunity. The keeper reacted quickest. Not been the most elegant of performances at the back from goalkeeper Sipho Chain.
But I guess when you're winning, when you haven't conceded, that is most of the time it is overlooked.
Now, it comes off Siema. He's picking up cramp as well. Cramp, of course, just talks to the intensity of today's game.
Clearly.
We've had the 6 minutes of stoppage time. We're now at the referee's mercy. We're not sure how much more time he would have added on with Sibisi's injury. Chain puts that away. Duba! Another save, and then a clearance off the line. No consolation goal for Kaizer Chiefs. Quinika. Otto. Stolen by Monyani. Here's Duba, and then it's cleared away by Butuma. Nemtangela. Everyone now watching the referee. See how much time might be added on. Is there a consolation here? Andile Duba. Velibai. Cross. Holds off Van Rooyen. Lilepo, is he going to fancy a shot? Yes, he is, but that's nowhere near the goal.
Not his day today. I mean, sorry that I'm singling him out. I think that there hasn't been a day for Kaizer Chiefs as a whole.
Yeah, maybe this is one that you park away now and forget about and concentrate on the trip down to Richards Bay.
Very quickly so.
Catch up those that needing touching up and get on with the rest of the Betway Premiership season. This is given away by Monyani. Mofokeng. Teasing now. Mahopa will be looking for a pass. Mtajela, he's going to go for goal. It strikes McCarthy. Out to Maswanganyi. Otto. Mofokeng. Otto chasing. He got in the way, actually, of the pass for Maswanganyi. Another who has a fabulous engine despite his advancing years. Well, 9 minutes now of stoppage time added on. Eugene Mpluli, today's referee. And gives the free kick there for Kaizer Chiefs against Maswanganyi. We are in the 100th minute of the 184th derby. Duba. Quinika. Lebogang Maboe still hasn't scored against Pirates. Tele. Stolen away by Mofokeng. Is there time for one more attack from the Buccaneers? Here they come. Maswanganyi. Look at Apollo steaming down. He's got to pass the ball, Maswanganyi. Oh, that's rather poor. His coach is not going to enjoy that. That's it. Derby's over. An emphatic victory for Abla Soweto and his coaching staff, for his players and for Orlando Pirates. Makopa with the third. Apollos with the second. Muremi got the opener. They are top of the table by 3 points. They lead Mamelodi Sundowns, who play tomorrow. As emphatic as we've seen a derby victory for a very long time, William Songwe.
Without a doubt, and I think Chiefs will be at least to have a bit of, what can I say, consolation to the fact that, you know what, it is one game to lose where you feel like maybe you were cheated or what, or maybe there was a penalty that shouldn't have been, or there were goals, you know. But in this case, I think they were beaten hands down. I think it will be a defeat that they'll take it very easy and accept the fact that today we just didn't arrive in this stadium. And that, for me, gives them a chance to be able to go back and see what else can be done to improve the things that didn't work out. We know they're struggling in front of goal. We know they're scoring a goal, an average of a goal per game. So that's the bigger one. But today, it just shows that there's still so much more that they need to deal with before they can come out of this hole that they put themselves in.
Smiles all round for the Buccaneers. Follows amongst the goal scorers. Glum faces amongst the Kaizer Chiefs supporters. Bruce Vuma pressed into service with just 2 days before, with Brandon Peterson going off to hospital. No chance for him either. So let's confirm that Derby 184 heads Pirates way. They've won this afternoon.